Good morning, traders, and welcome to the morning coffee kickoff this beautiful Monday morning. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic weekend and ready to rock and roll this morning to take a look and see what trade opportunities we have ready for this week. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this week's targets, and then we're going to jump into the previous weeks and see how those trades are setting up and what is going on. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to the current trade setups this week. But before we do that, let's take a look at the fundamentals this week and see what's going on with the fundamentals this week. What could be driving the market? And good morning, Kath. Good morning, Karen. And we got Nice in the house. David, good morning to you as well. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. And if we take a look at the fundamentals this week, we are going to see a couple of things right here. We notice that we do have let's see here. We've got US data coming out. We have the Bank of New Zealand cash rate coming out this week. So that's something to look forward to right here. This is going to be on the Monday. Let's see what else we've got going here. Wednesday, we should have Aussie data. Yeah, there it is there. We've got Aussie data coming out on Wednesday. Definitely going to be a price mover. And I don't know if it's just me, but was this pushed in? I didn't see this on the calendar last week. Yeah, I never saw the New Zealand cash rate on the calendar last week, but they're looking to keep the rates unchanged at 0.25%. And then we've got some data out the rest of the week on Thursday and Friday. We've got some Canadian data. We've got some Euro data. Pound data, and then of course some US data at the end of the week, Friday. So it looks like it's going to be more the midterm or midweek turning point for us based on the New Zealand and Aussie data coming out. That's more what I'm focused on this week of these two datas on Tuesday and on Wednesday. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the chart. Now, by the way, if you haven't noticed already, all I do is I just take a look at what's going on for the week, right? I just take a look and see what's going on for the week, but I'm not really too detailed about the details of the news because all I want to know is what's moving the market this week, right? That's pretty much what the session is all about, is what's moving the market and then what we are setting up this week, because we want to see if the data does reflect what we've seen in the technicals, and is the data going to help move the technicals to the directional targets that we're looking for profit taking at. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the first currency pair of the morning, which is going to be the Euro Aussie right here. And there it is, Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie does have an unhit target. It hasn't gone into an overbought condition. So we're going to go ahead and mark this off as an unhit target, and I'm going to call this one a low probability. All right, this one's going to be called a low probability this week, just because price is starting to move towards the target. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, Canadian. And now for those that just joined us for the first time, if this is the first time you're in my session, I want to let you know that the reason why I call it low probability is because if you're trying to narrow down your trades to certain pairs that you want to focus in on, then the low probability is the ones you really don't want to pay too much attention to. You really want to pay attention to the ones that I'm setting up that said, hey, this is a probability for this week. Then focusing on that. And that means that if traders are trading different type of strategies towards these targets, then you can go ahead and focus in on those pairs that are setting up rather than the ones that are not. So if you've got hit targets, stay away from those pairs. If you've got targets that have been that are unhit, but we have low probabilities, stay away from those. Narrow it down to the ones we say are hot and ready to rock and roll. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. So Euro CAD, also going to call that a low probability this week. So unhit target, low probability. Let's go to, and by the way, and both of them are looking for bullish alerts. Let's go to the next one, a Euro CAD. Good morning, Sharon, Bruce, Yaku's in the house. We got Craig from Australia. Craig, howdy, buddy. Jamal is in the house. Good morning, Jamal. We got Euro JPY right here as a hit target. Let's move on to the next one. And let me see here. This is also a unhit target, low probability on this one. So this one was a hit target. This one's a low probability unhit target right here. Also looking for a bullish alert on that, but I'm going to kick that into. Now, when we start going through this right here, and you start seeing a pattern, and the pattern right here you should see is, look at this. We got hit targets and we got low probabilities. So which means a lot of this right here, a lot of these pairs on the euro crosses tell us that the euro's pretty much slowed down a little bit. It's either we're heading for a U-turn or it's just range bound. All right, so we got euro US dollar right here. This is going to be called, okay, this is going to be called an unhit target right here, and this may be a probability for the week. All right, so one unhit target, and it's the euro US dollar. Believe it or not, euro US dollar is a very much range bound pair, and so it looks like it's going to remain in that, but we look for a little dip before the rally. There may be an opportunity on the euro US dollar this week. Let's go to the pound crosses. And let's go to pound Canadian dollar. Bull says, good morning, Gary. He says, hey, I had a great week last week, 377 pips net, 6 wins, 1 loss, thanks to you and Chris. Oh, Bull, you welcome, my friend. All right, good for you. Great week for Bull last week. Anyone else have a good week last week? All right, so pound Canadian, we're going to go ahead and call that a... Oh, hang on, I'm still looking at the euro. That's... It hasn't changed over. All right, there we go. Pound Canadian. Pound Canadian is going to be a unhit target for the week. And, wow, look at this. All bullish alerts this week. All right, looking for a rally in a lot of the crosses. Pound and euro crosses. Look for a rally. Pound JPY. We have a hit target on pound JPY. Pound New Zealand dollar. Hopefully everyone's got their cup of coffee this morning too. The Forex morning coffee cannot be the Forex morning coffee without coffee. All right? And don't tell me you've got a Guinness beer right next to you if you're out in Ireland and say that's your replacement for coffee this today. All right, here we go. Pound New Zealand dollar is a unhit target. You know what? Let me take a look over here. Yeah, I'm going to call this also a low probability right here. Let me see here. Let me see here. Actually, no. No. All right, we're going to call unhit target this week. Also a bullish alert. Let's go to pound Aussie. Pound Aussie, we've got this set up as a unhit target, but also looking for a bullish alert. What? A lot of these pairs all looking for bullish alerts this week. So we're looking for rally in euro and rally in pound this week. It's the comeback week for the pound and the euro crosses. Let's go to euro US dollar. That's a hit target this week. All right, so this is how we set up on the pound and euro crosses. Got a lot of pending opportunities here. Not a lot of them looking that fantastic, but a lot of pending opportunities. Let's go to pound JPY. Oh, sorry, my bad. I mean Aussie JPY. Let's go to Aussie JPY. Aussie JPY, did we get in on this one? Yeah, we did. Let's take a look here. I think we're already selling. No, we're not. Oh, I think we just picked up another trade this week. There it is, Aussie JPY. Yep, we got in this week, and yep, it happened this morning. And the entry point was at 70.05. Let's go ahead and put that in. So this is a new one right here this week. 70.05 was the entry point. And so we are selling. And we're chasing after, we got about, well, 60 pips left before we hit that target. I want to go ahead, oh snap, take a look here. We've got a nice little bit of shark pattern developing right here. We have a shark pattern set up right here. And I'm not seeing, oops, my bad, let me put that back. Let me see if I jump JPY. Alright, so we got the shark pattern setting up right here. I'm not seeing any sort of divergence here. But yeah, we could definitely chase after this level right here, which is around about 68.56. So 68.56. Let's take a look at the week's target. We've got 68.98. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem for us getting to that target this week. So that should be an easy payout. So we're active on Aussie JPY, and we're heading south towards that target. And the target is priced at, as we said right here, 68.90. Call it 6,900. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next pair, which is the Aussie New Zealand dollar. That's a hit target this week. Aussie New Zealand dollar is a hit target. Let's go to Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD is a hit target. We know that we're looking for a bearish move on this one this week. Absolutely want to see this one sell off. And look how it's flat. Look at the flat top right here. We're looking for a sell off on this pair. But anyway, this week is a hit target. And let's go take a look at... Now, the reason why I'm excited about the Aussie sell-offs, because you can take a look right here. We have a lot of Aussie selling right here from the previous weeks right here. So we're definitely loaded on Aussie, looking for a sell-off on Aussie. So we're bearish on Aussie, New Zealand dollar, Aussie CAD, Aussie US dollar. All bearish right here from previous week trades. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at so Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD's a hit target. So Aussie New Zealand dollar, Aussie CAD's a hit target this week, and so is Aussie US dollar. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and mark that off. So these are all hit targets for the week right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at New Zealand CAD. All right, New Zealand CAD seems like a hit target too. And then lastly, US dollar CAD. And US dollar CAD is also a hit target. And none of these offered opportunity this morning. So this is hit targets right here. All right, so we've got hit targets on those two pairs as well. Let me take a look and see if anything's paid out this week so far. Let me go back to the trading station right here. Go to the history. And just make sure it is this week's. Let me customize that to this week. Yep. And no profit taking this week so far. And we did pick up the Aussie JPY as a new trading opportunity right here. So picked up that. And that's where we're at. So we're still running. Let's go ahead and take a look and see all the Aussie crosses. We're expecting some turnaround in the Aussie crosses. Also, we're expecting some turnaround in the New Zealand crosses as well this week, just because of the data that's coming out. We got the official cash rate coming out for the for New Zealand this week on Tuesday, and then of course press conference statements and all that good stuff is coming out at the same time. And then after that, we do have the Aussie on the Wednesday, Aussie data, which is the unemployment rate, which from previous numbers we've always had some positive news out there. Now we're starting to see some negative news come out on the table. You can see right here, we're looking at employment change to be down minus 550,000 from the previous. So, and then Aussie unemployment, that's shooting up to 8.3%. That's forecast. 8.3% from the 5.2%. We'll see how that comes out as well. So a lot of numbers coming out on Wednesday for the Aussie. That's going to be important to see whether or not we continue this big rally that we've seen in the Aussie over the last few weeks. And is that going to maintain and hold? Although we spoke about it last week, we're anticipating Aussie to start losing ground. And the technicals are definitely setting up for a weak Aussie. The data now is starting to somewhat support it. We just need it to come out and actually be actual, and then we'll probably see the market move in that direction. So we'll go ahead and take a look and see the Aussie crosses. Let's review the Aussie crosses and take a look and see how the Aussie crosses has moved this morning and are setting up for this week's trading. Now, I would like to go ahead and take a look at the larger time frames. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to the larger time frame and just take a quick squiz at what's going on with the Aussies. So here we go. Aussie JPY. Sweet. Love it. This indecision candle right here is just what the doctor ordered. All right. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this right here. So that is my new line right here. Now, I'll be honest with you. We had on this pair right here, we had, it looked like, was this a 3-drive pattern? Yes, it is. This is a 3-drive pattern that took place right here inside this wedge. And we're expecting a breakout. But now, I still like it. I still like it a lot. I still got that wedge look. Yeah, all right. So I'm still good on that. So with this indecision right here, at the previous support become resistance, it is August 2019 low that's holding the market right now. If we close out with that indecision by the close of today, that may be the start for the week for a bearish move to the downside. And if we break through this level of support right here, it's heading big time south. Now, if I look at the oscillator's giving us you can see the oscillator's hovering right here at the 0 line right here, and that pretty much tells us that market sideways, which in this case now, even though it's been a little bit of an upside move, it is a consolidated or a ranging pattern, but in a falling wedge setup. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour. Okay, so the 4-hour gave us that shark pattern right here. And so we are anticipating at least a drop back down here, and I think it's just the start. So this may be, but I don't see any sort of, I don't see a divergent pattern right here on this one. Let's go to the next one. And I know that the Aussie New Zealand dollar, we have a hit target on Aussie New Zealand dollar, but I'm going to go ahead and add in some pivot points right here. I'm going to add the monthly pivot points on here. I want to take a look and see what's going on here, because we may have some monthly setups. Let's see here. All right, I'm just kill this. And let's change that to 3. Give it different color. All right, so let's take a look at this. Hang on. Oh, my snap. I had yearly. I wanted to go monthly. All right, so this month, this is the target. Oh, snap. There we go. All right, so we're not seeing divergence here on the Aussie New Zealand dollar right here, sadly. Price moved up right here, but we have, oh, hang on, wait a minute. Nope, we do not have divergence here. Even this price is moving lower, so no divergence on this pair right here. Let's take a look and see if we can pick up something else on here. Aussie CAD. But notice, okay, so notice we do have those monthly targets to the downside right here. All right, we've got a nice little target down here. It's giving us about 177 pips on the Aussie CAD. I guess we can call that double tops. And if that's the case, if we break out the confirmation point, 115 pips will be the downside move. And that'll pretty much get us down to this target. So this is really just a breakout of consolidation, then chasing after this target down here. But I see a Class B divergence right here. Class B divergence being flat tops up here. Let me change this to different color. Yeah, so flat tops up here at the top and momentum moving down. So there is definitely resistance here at the top here. There's no doubt. But I would say Class B divergence. Oh, hold on. First time I've seen that. I don't know what I just did now, but okay. There, I just did it again. What is that? I don't even know what that is. All right, I keep doing it. All right, let me take a look and see what else we got. Aussie CAD, that was Aussie CAD. Let's go to Aussie US dollar. And am I seeing? Oh, okay. Now we got a bat pattern here on the 4 hour as well. There's a bat pattern that drove price down. Man, let's see. If I saw this bat pattern last night appearing right here, I probably would have gone ahead and sold us on a 1 minute time frame. Look at a one minute time frame right here. Take a look. Oh, look at that opportunity last night with a bat pattern. So great bat pattern right here. It was a max back pattern, turned around, head south. We're in the last piece of this trade. Yeah, we got only a few pips left on this, and we look for some sort of retracement. But and we also got a monthly target down here as well. So we're definitely going to have to wait until mid part of the week until the news comes out, and then get some sort of reaction in the market to get a better opportunity. But all of the Aussie crosses right now, if I look at all the Aussie crosses right now, they're all setting up with a, we spoke about it last week, right? We had a conversation about the Aussie crosses last week, and it was no doubt to us that the Aussie crosses was setting up with a possibility for a downside move, actually a high probability for a downside move. And we actually seen it in the technicals, we've seen it in the market right now. Not a very big move to the downside, but we're starting to slip down. We've had two patterns on two Aussie JPY. We had a shark pattern on Aussie JPY on the 4 hour, and then on the Aussie US dollar, we saw a max back pattern as well, setting up on that as well, indicating some downside move. So those trades that we're currently in, that we're holding from the previous weeks, are looking pretty good right now, and I think we got multiple positions in. Let's take a look over here. Let's go to Aussie JPY. Aussie JPY, I'm holding one position in, so not a big woo on that, but I just picked that up this week. But if you go to Aussie New Zealand dollar, I've got 3 positions in on that. Aussie CAD, I've got 1 position on that, also not a fantastic trade. And then Aussie US dollar, nothing. What? Are you kidding me? I thought I had something on Aussie US dollar. Yeah, I got bearish right here. And we went bearish on this a couple of weeks ago, the 29th. Have we hit the target yet? We bearish there. Let me see if I went bearish. No, that was it. Oh, hang on, there's another one right there. So we've got two bearish setups right here. One here was on the 13th of April, and then the 27th of April, we also had another bearish setup right there. So hold a second, why am I not still bearish on it? Have I hit my target already? Let's take a look. Aussie US dollar. Alright, there it is there. Did we take? Oh, we must have taken out early profits on this one. Because there is that one on the 27th of April. That's the target right here. And then that next target, the previous target, was this one right here on the 13th. There it is there. So we do have those two targets. For some reason, I am not in on that. Yeah, I never got picked up on the Aussie US dollar. I'm not in. I'm flat. Huh. Alright. Well, anyways, those trades are still active there. And this is going to be some plenty win right here. Especially this target right here as price moves back down. Let's take a look at the larger time frame on this. Jeff, yeah, I can go ahead and take a look at the bat pattern. But let me just go ahead and take a look right here. This is the larger picture right here. Yeah, we're looking for a correction move on this. Yep. Correction move, absolutely. If it closes out with this bearish candlestick formation right here today, then we should be setting up for a strong resistance level right here. Looking for price to hold at that resistance. And then you can see our targets down here at 62.57. And then a further dip down south. We're looking for another dip down to this level right here. So absolutely, and all we need is some data to be able to move it faster, and we're certainly going to go ahead and pick that up on the Aussie data coming out this week. So Aussie and New Zealand data coming out this week is going to help the Aussies make its move, and I don't think it's going to be a breakout. I certainly think we're going to see a downside move. You should think bearish on Aussie crosses. Now, the pattern on Jeff's pattern, and Craig also says that we've got a cipher pattern on the 1 hour. On the Aussie Canadian. So this is it right here. Jeff, I'm not sure exactly what you want me to review on this, but it's certainly set up with a nice little pattern right here. And once you get this pattern appearing, what I'd like to do is I'd go down to the lower time frame, like a 1 minute time frame, and just go ahead and intraday that move to the downside using some sort of automation. I like using Right Trader Max for mine, because it gives me the perfect entry points. There's a whole bunch of different systems that can be used. In-zone trader, if you didn't know about in-zone trader, that's another system that is really good for trading trends. We've got well stockpile, that's another one. We've got trendsetter. Man, we've got a bunch of good trending strategies that can be used in trading these type of moves right here. Let's take a look at the Aussie CAD. On the 1 hour time frame, apparently there's another pattern right here on the 1 hour showing a cipher pattern. And I like cipher patterns because I was anticipating a little bump above the high right here. But let's take a look at the 1 hour. Oh, the cipher pattern is actually an upside move. It's a bullish cipher pattern right here. So that'll tell me that there's just maybe a short-term correction taking place right now, because I don't believe it's going to break through the highs over here. So this may be just a short-term rally. And you can see that we're definitely range-bound for right now. This is the range that we're in right here on the US dollar CAD. So this will be just a short-term move, and then it should come back down to retest the bottom of the support right here. So if you look at your scalp a little bit today, then maybe waiting for a rally and then selling it off on the rally, going back down to support here at about 90.20. And I call it scalping because you may only have about 70 pips or 70, 80 pips inside here that's giving you the opportunity. And out of that 70, 80, you may be able to pick up 40, 50 once your confirmation has been confirmed. So here will be some scalping opportunities if you look for intraday moves. All right, well, that's pretty much it for us this morning as we check out the document. This is what we've got going this week. There it is there. We've got Euro, Aussie dollar, penny position this week. Euro CAD, Euro JPY, Euro New Zealand dollar, Euro US dollar. That's the Euro crosses, all looking for some bullish setups. Pound Canadian, Pound JPY, Pound New Zealand dollar, Pound Aussie dollar, and then Aussie JPY is active. So we've got some penny positions on the pound crosses, and then we're active on the Aussie JPY. All of those ready to rock and roll this week. So it's going to be a fantastic week this week because we've got some great opportunities. We'll see what happens by the end of the week. We'll catch you up on Friday. I may be out on Friday, but I think I'm going to do the session on Friday before I take off. I've actually taken the day off on Friday, but I think I'm going to do the morning session just to go ahead and do a recap on what we've got going and how the markets reacted this week before I go ahead and take off and enjoy the afternoon, enjoy the day off. So with that being said, traders, wishing everyone a fantastic week, and we'll see what happens on Friday as we go ahead and do the review. This is FX Big Dog, wishing you peace, joy, and successful trading. Till next time, happy trading.